Hello everyone and welcome back to FerrumCraft. I am your host, the Red Vet Chronicles, Monkey D. Ginger, whatever you want to call me. In last episode we had our inn installed as well as our new waterfall. So I think they both came out very nice. I tweaked this piece just a little bit. I'm probably going to tweak it a little bit more. And we have gotten a few more rooms added in. Let's take a quick look. So we got one, or not added in, but decorated. Two, so there's another one. And we have another one here. I need everyone else to get on and do it now. I want to get it all started now, even though I don't have the redstone or anything else set up yet for everybody. But speaking of, let's go take a look. Okay, guys, for reference, this is my villager trading area. And speaking of prep, we got to do, this isn't redstone, but we got a lot of prep done. All of these are 100% full with whatever is on the front. But as you can see, I have started making price tags for our currency. So what I have decided, and this is subject to change depending on how I see fit. Let me see. Oh wait, I lied. Okay, so I feel like it would have been too much if I did a 10 to 10 to 10, because that would be 1,000 copper for one platinum coin. So I decided to stick with a 10 to 10 to 5 for now. And this will be, once we get the name formatting data pack, I'm going to put at the bottom of these the exchange rate from 1 copper to a silver to a gold and to a platinum, just to make it simple for the rest of the ferrets. But we have started our price tags. Most likely, I got to confirm with Larry, but most likely everyone is starting with 20 copper. I feel like that's a fair start, because I don't want them coming and buying out a full set plus all this, plus food, and just being geared up completely for their very first quest. That, I feel like that'd just be handing them wins at that point. But I think 20 copper, so 8 and 6, that's 14. You could buy a full set of armor, but then you wouldn't have a weapon. If you're a tank, you potentially wouldn't have a shield right away or a bow. So I think that's fair. And I tried to exponentially increase the best I can. So 8 copper to 20 copper to, I believe that's 50 copper to however much copper that is, and up and up. So basically, the boots of the next set are the cheapest, and they cost as much as the chest from the last set. That's what I started basing everything off of. And weapons are 1 higher than the... Well, I guess not all the way around. Maybe all the way around. Roughly. 1 to 2 times more expensive than the boots and the helmet. And then the sword is just a little bit more expensive. I feel like that works out because the axes is only really for 1 class. Same for the spear. Well, the spear, I think we're going to multi-class it. But the sword for sure is multi-classed. I drew up a bunch of tables. That's what I've been working on all day, in order to get rules and rank up systems and stuff like that figured out. And as you guys probably saw in here, hold on. Nope, put my boots on. We have made some more custom models. So we have tiers 1, 2, and 3. So here's 2 and here's 3. 3, we have the enchantment glint on. So we have the ability boost agility. You have to be agile to jump, so we're gonna put the format on there so that the players know that it's for the jump boost. And we're going to have, like I said, magic station every so often inside the dungeons, so that the players could toss it into a hopper, it go down, activate a redstone lock, which activates a beacon. We have resistance, self-explanatory. Mobility, you're mobile, you're speedy. So I feel like, so this one's going to go for speed. I feel like that'd be a good fit. And then the last one, strength. The tier 1s and 2 will only be speed 1, resistant 1, strength 1, jump boost 1. But the tier 1 will last for a minute and a half. Tier 2 will last for 3 minutes. And the tier 3, you can see I got the enchantment glint on it. But the tier 3s will last for 5 minutes, and they will give you the tier 2 boost from the beacon. All the beacons will be fully powered and pre-decided on what they're going to be offering, I guess you could say. And then we also have made, I don't need to take all those out. We also made some ranks. I designed these simply off the in-game name tag. So we have the bronze rank adventurer. You get promoted to silver, and then you get promoted to gold. And then I added flare to the last 3, as well as the enchantment glint. So you have the Pegasus rank, the Griffin rank, and the Dragon rank. So I think they all came out pretty good. The idea was not because I'm unimaginative, no. I was using the dog tags, like military dog tags as reference. Sure. But that's what we have there. Just retextured name tags with a little bit of flair added to these. These will actually be formatted as well. I think the best way would be have their bronze rank adventurer, and then format under there their class, and then format underneath that what they are allowed to do at that rank as that class. And that way that all of them will have this on their person whenever they come, so they know what they can and can't do right away. Also, so these, no one else on the server can see these yet. I haven't added these officially to the resource pack on Modrinth, but that has been recently approved to go public. So we now have it on the server. If you guys want to download it and just kind of play along, by all means, that would be great. But this is the scrolls, the straw hat, and the currency is what's in there right now. So I'll include the link in the description. I've also been buying a bunch of compasses, so when it's time, we can connect up a bunch of lodestones, as well as getting. I've just been fishing, but I believe Polar and Ocean are going to donate some cod once they get their Guardian farm up and running fully. So that'll be nice. A full shulker of cod would be a great start. But 2 copper for 16. So now, like I said, so they can do probably the the helmet, boots, and pants. That would be 12 copper. And then you come over here, that'd be 14 copper for some food. And then that leaves you 6 copper left. You can grab a weapon. Rangers are probably going to have to sacrifice armor to go ahead and get a bow right away. And the bows will come with 32 arrows, regular arrows. So, but they have to make their decisions. They have to decide. I don't want to just give everything to them. And then for the dungeons, I'm thinking I still got to run a lot of things by Larry to see how we want to do it exactly. But I'm thinking on like the first floor, which will be bronze rank adventurers. The bronze rank can use stone. That's it. When they get promoted to silver, they're allowed to use copper weapons. But I think letting bronze adventurers find these potentially would be beneficial. Obviously, I'm not going to make it too easy to get, because I already made up a randomizer on how to fill up the chest with random loot. But if they happen to get one of these in there and they find it, cool. They now have the next tier weapon. They just can't use it, but it'll save them money when they get there. Same thing for maybe the armor pieces. Either that or I'm going to throw in some currency instead into the randomizer and use that. So we got a lot of stuff done prep-wise for this. And like I said, the redstone, I've came up with 2 redstone things. Hold on. I've came up with 2 redstone contraptions. One is going to be a random stock rotating machine. I believe I don't have a stick on me to move it around. Give me a second, guys. So obviously this is going to move around. I can change the signal. Let me send it down a little bit to where... So it'll be sitting like this most likely. Probably one more down to where the dispenser will put the shulker box here in this position. And if you saw... Let me bring it back up real quick. I added 2 etho hopper clocks on here. So I'll probably set it for 1 hour real life time to rotate the stock. So it'll be 5, 6 shulker boxes of different items to purchase. And every hour of real life time, the redstone will go off, activating this piston, which will break the shulker. It will also turn that torch off. It'll turn that torch off, which will depower this, which will unlock the hopper momentarily, so it sucks it back in. And it will also send a signal here into the dropper and the dispenser to shoot out another shulker box, as well as send that last shulker back into it. So I just gotta build this into a wall. I can tweak some of it here and there, like I said. This circuit here, I can drop this whole half down into the ground if I wanted. But this is just the principal idea of it, of the rotating stock. Okay. I should have went into my test world to show you guys this to make it easier since I can't jump on these. So basically what we have, let me put it down, I believe right here. So yeah, and it can even go down one more. So this chest will most likely be replaced with a shulker box. And this lever will probably be moved up a lot closer. I just had it here in the creative world to watch everything work on this end. But what's going to happen is the more common loot will be in these first few dispensers. So like bones, rotten flesh, string, whatnot. And the more rare items will be in this very last dropper, maybe the last 2. And it'll be a multitude of different items. So you won't be... So if you hit this, you're not guaranteed to get a weapon. You might get an enchantment book instead, you know. But the idea is I have 15 shulker boxes in here, all with the correct amount of non-stackable items to supply a redstone signal of 1 through 15. And whenever I flick the lever, I don't have to flick it off and back on. I just need to flick it once, because I have it going into this observer. The observer sees it, triggers all this up here, and this is set up the same way as that over there. Whoops. Let me bring that back down. Go down. There we go. So this is the exact same as that. I just have some glass thrown on top, because I was noticing whenever it was going off, the shulker box would sometimes pop out. And that's going to be enclosed a little bit more too for that one. But basically what happens, this detects the signal. So if I roll a 3, it's only going to activate these first 3 droppers. Meaning they're only going to get bones, rotten flesh, and string. And what I'm probably going to do is put 3 stacks of bone, 3 stacks of rotten flesh, 3 stacks of string in these first 3. Just mix it up so that there's a chance to get like 2 or 3 string, 2 or 3 bones or whatever. But they'll get shot out into these hoppers, and then the hoppers will send everything straight down into the shulker box. So I'll flick the lever once, fill up the shulker box, break it, put another shulker box down, flip it again, and I'd repeat that for however many chests I need to restock. And then I'd take all the shulkers, find the chest in the dungeon that need to be restocked, and manually fill the chest up. I do not know how to do this automatically unless I can hide this inside the dungeon somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Cause like if I could find a way to hide it inside the dungeon, which I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a very good way to do it. We just have to make sure there's enough space on the side. Hold on. There we go. I'm sure we'd be able to squeeze it into the side of a dungeon. So if I need to, I can just go inside the dungeon. Or actually, I could just link everything up to one switch and reset all of them all at once. Or just have it trigger whenever the adventurers have came up and finished the dungeon. I'm not too technical with redstone, so I'm not going to be able to fully automate everything just with my experience, especially with Java redstone experience. But that's the game plan for now. Now I just got to work out some loot tables. So now I just got to work out some loot tables. And if you give me 1 second, I kind of want to show what I have. Okay, so you guys should now see what I've been working on all day. It's a little off because my second monitor, the resolution's different. But what we have, so this is just my to-do list. These are recommendations that I sent to Larry. We're going to go over those tonight, hopefully. And this is currently what things can do. This is what I worked on. So you have your ranks, and then you have your classes. So wizard, fighter, none of these are set in stone. But wizard, fighter, ranger, defense, so probably like a tank, paladin, whatever we decide to name it. Jack of trades, so most likely gonna be the bard in D&D terms. And then barbarian. I'm still not quite sure how we're gonna work the barbarian, because normally barbarians won't wear armor. But we have no way to raise their AC in vanilla Minecraft. So, but here we are, bronze rank for. Let me find a good one. So you know what? Let me just go the Jack of Trades. Bronze rank. All of them start with leather armor. He can use a stone sword or a spear, but he cannot use a shield yet. He can start fires inside the dungeon. Campfires only. There will be some place around, and he is the only party member who can cook inside the dungeon. Everyone else has to cook their armor before going because they don't have the survival skills, you could say, to cook on a campfire. The Jack of Trades will start with 4 extra inventory slots than the rest of the classes, which right now the recommendation, I said the equipment plus your hotbar plus 5. So that would be equipment, including your offhand, your hotbar, so 9 items, and then 5, so 14 items total. We might reduce it to where everyone just has a hotbar to start with, and then the plus 4 for the Jack of Trades. We're gonna go over all that and figure out what we want to do. But he'll start out with 4 extra inventory slots than the rest. The next rank up, he can use copper armor, a copper sword, or spear. And the reason it's this or that, so if you look, the fighter has a sword, but the defender has a spear. He's able to use either or. But he gets a nerf towards the end. He was too OP before I nerfed him. He might still need to be nerfed a bit. But we have the gold rank. He can wear gold armor, gold sword or spear, still no shield, but he can learn to disarm traps at a gold rank, which the ranger is the only other party to do that, and he learns that at silver rank. And then he also gains access to a basic backpack, which he just gets 9 extra inventory slots for a total of 3 rows of items. And then Pegasus rank, he gets chainmail armor, and he caps at chainmail armor. Before, the recommendation for just the rough draft was any armor. And I was like, well, if he can just use any armor or any weapon, things like that, then it's just going to not make sense. It's not going to be fair. Because no one would really go anything else. So, chainmail armor is his max. As of now, this is what we're running through. With an iron sword or spear. And he can now use shields, and he can now clear rubble. The Jack of Trades is the only one who is able to clear rubble and potentially find treasure underneath piles of rubble. And I will probably make a display rubble like what it would most likely look like. I'll probably put one like over in my cave back that way. Let me go inside so I don't get blowed up. I gotta get behind all the protection. Hold on. Nope. Okay. So, back to this. So, yeah. He'll be able to clear rubble. He'll be the only one to do it, and it'll probably just be an iron pickaxe that he's able to purchase at some point. Griffin rank, he is trained in healing, so he can only make and use regen and healing potions. Splash potions, most likely, just so he can cast that healing magic on other people. The wizard will have more potions to choose from. We'll go through all that once it's time to actually do it. And then at the dragon rank, he can use a diamond sword or spear and gains access to better backpack, meaning he can use full inventory. The enchantments is where I really had to make sure I nerfed him. So protection, all types, the blast, projectile, fire, and regular protection. The wizard is the only one who can put enchantments on your gear. So if you have a wizard in your party, you can do that. So the defender is the only one who can have up to proc 4 on any of his gear. The fighter is protection 3. I feel like that's fair. I might reduce the ranger to protection 2 as well as the wizard to protection 2. The idea for the protection 3 on wizard was he cast mage armor on self, you know? So maybe we'll see, but Jack of Trades, he's only allowed 2. And Barbarian's only allowed 1 if we decide to give him any armor. We might give him higher, I don't know yet. Thorns, probably not going to use thorns at all, because some mobs in the dungeon we don't want to die. We just want them to kill. Helmet explosives, we're not worried about Aqua Affinity. That's not going to be included on any of them, I don't think. But for Respiration, Wizard is weak in stature. He can't hold his breath for too long. Respiration 1, or maybe no Respiration. The Fighters, Ranger, Barbarians, they're used to a lot of combat moving around. They can hold their breath for a bit longer. The Defender is the same, but he technically has all that extra gear weighing him down, so he's a little more out of breath. Boot exclusives, the Wizard and the Ranger and the Defender. So the Wizard has Feather Falling 4 as his max for that, as Fly. He casts Slow Fall, Fly on himself, you know? the ranger, I might reduce it to feather falling 3, but that's pure dexterity. Uh, agility. He's agile, can land on his feet. The defender, that's purely because he's supposed to be able to take a lot of damage. Everything, like, says up to trade. Feather falling 2 for Jack of Trades and 2 for Barbarian. Death Strider, 1 for the Jack of Trades, the defender, and the wizard. Wizard and the defender, same reason as Respiration. Soul Speed. They can run a little bit faster on Soul Sand. But the wizard is the only one who can use Frostwalker. So that's going to be a good one. Meaning, if you want to cross a lake, you will have to have your wizard wearing Frostwalker boots and follow after them. You are not allowed to put the boots on because he can't cast it on anyone else. He can only cast it on himself. Those will be the rules. So that's where that comes from. Sword exclusives. Fighter can do everything up to Sharp 5, level 5. Jack of Trades, level 3. Don't care, he doesn't get to do all that extra stuff. Same thing for Spear, level 3. Whereas the Defender can use the max of 5, plus Lunge and Knockback. I don't know if I want to give him too much Lunge. I haven't messed with it yet in game, so I'll probably have to mess with the enchantment and just kind of see how it feels. The axe exclusive, Jack of Trades isn't going to know how to use an axe. We're not going to give him all that. But Barbarian will get up to 5. For the bow exclusives, Power 3 and Infinity, that's it. He doesn't get anything. And also, so there's no flame. There's no flame or fire aspect. We're not including those. But the Ranger can have Power 5, Punch 2 in Infinity. And when he unlocks the crossbow, which I believe... So he caps out at chainmail, but he can use crossbow at the gold rank, and he gets bow right away. For now. But he can go piercing 4, quick charge 3, multi-shot. We're not doing any unbreaking or mending. We want the players to have to worry. We want them to worry about equipment repairs. So here's the prices we went over. The helmets of all types, and then the chest plates, leggings, boots, and the same thing for the weapons, and then when I added the bow, crossbow, and shield down here. So these are all subject to change. These are all just what I think might currently be a fair price. Especially considering that I have this as of now. So, like I said, copper, a silver is 10 coppers, a gold is 10 silvers, which is 100 coppers, and then 1, 5, 50, 500. That's the current exchange rate for that. So, everything needs to be tweaked and get more set in stone. Most likely, because I don't know what to do for the Ranger for these last 2 ranks, I'll probably move the crossbow up a rank and so on. But okay, guys, it's been about a day, a little over a day, real life time. We've ran things by Larry, and we've also added quite a bit more. So you can now see I'm trying to color code everything. So weapons and related stuff, black shulker boxes, gray for armor. But if you see swords done, spears done, this is what I mean. So we've decided to keep spears, for example, just for the defender. And he can get stone spear at bronze rank. The sword is the only multi-class, so fighter and jack of trades can get a sword at bronze rank. Let's see, for another example we changed, we moved the chainmail from the ranger up a rank, so he has to sit another rank. And I know gold isn't going to be all that useful. Most people are probably going to stick to that and then skip to it. But I'm doing my best. What else did we change? So, barbarians will be the only ones who can use axes. We're going to give them leather and copper armor. But, for example, leather armor they won't get until silver rank. copper they won't get until they are, I believe I have it set to Pegasus rank. Actually, yeah, Pegasus rank. So you can see here, Defender, Fighter, Jack of Trades, Ranger, and Wizard. They can all wear that at silver rank. Barbarian, Pegasus rank required. That's how I've been doing things. Believe it or not, I had 750, almost 800 levels today. I've went to 0 multiple times, and I'm back up to 24 right now. But just naming everything. Because it's one level with a name formatting data pack. It's one level to change the color of something, to change the font, another to add it to the sword, and so on. Because this I had to add 3 different things to the sword. It's all this up here. So, been doing a lot. Over here, so we did determine they will be, Jack of Trades will be able to do clear rubble at, I believe, Pegasus rank. So he'll get this, and we're going to mark rubble with, like, banners. I'll make, like, a pickaxe banner pattern, just so they have a clear understanding of where they can dig out. That will have to be manually reset, like, once a week, but that'll be, like, a weekly reward thing that they can find. I've stocked up on a bunch of food, a bunch of currency. I still got to add all this, so this is going to go copper, silver, gold, all that. So I still got to add all that to that. Food, we've been buying, I bought all this from my villagers, aside from the golden apples. I bought the apples and then the gold farm, obviously. We're going to see about putting those in, but for sure, to mix it up, give them some variety. Cod, bread, some pumpkin pie maybe, and cookies will be real cheap, like a stack for a copper, you know, just because they're not all that good, but they're there. I filled up most of these shulker boxes. I'm up to here for the mobility scrolls. I just need more paper. I started my sugarcane farm back up, as well as still need to finish agility. We do have ender pearls for when the wizard learns to teleport. He'll buy those as like spell slots. One type of potion, fire resistant for now. That's just because I got those from a bartering farm. Who would have thought? Me. I would have never thought that there was that I would ever need a auto pumpkin carver, or the fact that there's been a design for at a minimum 3 years, because that's the design I used was posted 3 years ago. It was someone on Reddit. I do not remember for the life of me. But if I remember to do it in next episode, I will look it up and do it, or even just look it up before I finish editing. Never thought I needed a carved pumpkin machine, but here we are. We got a bunch of snow, so we gotta go for the snow golems at, what was it, Griffin Rink? So the wizards will be able to summon up to 3 golems. At Dragon Rank, they will be able to summon iron golems, but not just anywhere. So we're gonna mark, for example, so in this area, in this spot, they can summon an iron golem, as well as right here. So they'll be provided with 1 iron block. The wizards will have to have the other 3 in the carved pumpkin in order to summon it. But this is the best way we could find that they could easily identify, as well as us not having to restock a bunch of Ravagers, for example. So now they can't just do it anywhere. They're limited to where they can use it. And that'll be put out to them as well. Fireball traps. I've started gathering up this from my gold farm. I need to get a bunch of bones and string. I have string from the bartering farm. But this is just like real common loot that I can put in the randomizer. That's orange. Wizard stuff is lime. Food's yellow. Currency blue. White for just all my stuff I need to add. Blue or cyan, I got a bunch of arrows. I extended my trading area a little bit. I killed off a few that didn't give me arrows at the end. They'll be fine. We finished our compasses. Pickaxes are full. I put this up here just for now, just to know that I need to fill this up later with flint and steel. This will be purely Jack of Trade supplies. The compasses might be for everyone, but this is more just like tools is in purple. So we definitely got a lot done. Like I said, everything has been... I extended my trading area a little bit. I killed off a few that didn't give me arrows at the end. They'll be fine. We finished our compasses. Pickaxes are full. I put this up here just for now, just to know that I need to fill this up later with flint and steel. This will be purely jack of trade supplies. The compasses might be for everyone, but this is more just like tools is in purple. So we definitely got a lot done. Like I said, everything has been like defender gets his shield early. Jack of trades has to wait, but we're allowing him to actually do that. Barbarians, we're not going to let them go over protection 2 until they hit a certain rank, and then they're allowed to go up to protection 3. Just trying to balance it as best we can. So if anybody has any suggestions, that would be greatly appreciated. This is all in vanilla. The only thing I'm doing is creating custom models and adding them to stuff. Everyone else is playing vanilla Minecraft. I'm out here playing something. Getting it together for everybody. So this really will be like a brand new server when they get to my city, when they get out here to Cloverdale. Drop off, switch over, and switch gears. So next episode, this might go further down. Once I figure out some more stuff. Who knows? Whoops. So this wasn't a super long episode. Excuse me, this was probably actually my longest episode yet. This wasn't a super do a bunch of stuff, build heavy episode. This was more along the lines of getting you guys caught up and knowing what the rules are, or how the rules are coming about, I guess I should say. Because like I said, it's not completely set in stone yet, but we're getting there. We're going to get a group together after we get a few more things set up in like a dungeon set up. Or probably not even a dungeon. We're probably going to get 6 of us. Each of us pick a different class, and we're probably going to cap ourselves at gold rank. Maybe Pegasus rank. I think tier 4 for everybody would be good. And we're just going to go start a raid at a village. We're just going to find a random village with all of us, with all our classes. Barbarian, Defender, Fighter, Jack of Trades, Ranger, Wizard. So everyone will be different Pegasus ranks. And we're gonna see how that raid goes. It should go smoothly, surely. But I think I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you have any suggestions that could help with rules or enchantments or anything like that, please leave a comment and let me know down below. If you really liked it, though, you could also do a favor and subscribe. You should do that too. Thank you. And goodbye, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next episode.